All right, so this is gonna be a little bit of a different type of video. I'm basically just gonna be interviewing my little brother. I'm gonna be interviewing him. He's 14. He started trading when he was 13, around like 2 months ago. Um, and Yeah, he's already taking his eval, which is kind of impressive because like usually it takes a while. Usually takes a while to build enough confidence to be able to just go right into an eval, but he did enough backtesting and all that type of stuff to have enough confidence to just take his eval and start getting beginner experience. Um, I am his mentor. It's not even like it was mostly accidental that I became his mentor. It wasn't like I was like um, I wasn't specifically thinking of even being his mentor, but he was pretty much inspired by me, and I figured I might as well just be his mentor and guide him on this journey. Um, so yeah, he started around 2 months ago. I'm just gonna ask him some questions. Hopefully, you guys can gain some valuable information out of this video. Um, so yeah, his name's Noah. He's 14. Um, he's very awkward. He's also very shy. So just be ready for that. All right. So I'm gonna. How did you get into trading?
Um, so I saw that you've been doing it for like 6 months or something like that,
Uh-huh.
and like I kind of was never really like interested in it, but like after like I saw like what you were doing and like I saw like what it is and like how like you kind of became like a better person from doing it. I kind of got like interested and like I also saw it on TikTok.
Yeah, like everyone here.
So like I was like, wow, people are making like good amount of money from this. Like let me just try it out, and it's good because my brother knows how to trade.
Yeah.
So like I just asked you, and you started teaching me.
Yeah. That's pretty bad. I think most people usually just see those TikToks of like people making thousands in like seconds. So it obviously gets your mind interested in it, but um, obviously I was trading before him, so he's also able to see kind of how I was changing as a person throughout my trading journey, and he, got inspired. So, um, how's your experience been so far with trading? Like, how have you liked it? What are some positive things that you like about it, and some things that are difficult?
It's definitely like helped me like kind of like learn how to like be able to lose and still like have to like stay focused and like be in like be locked in for like the next day. Like once you lose a trade, like I want to like get back on the markets and like keep trading, but like I know it's like something I shouldn't be doing because it's just kind of like making worse decisions and just like me as a like worse trader in general. But also like learning how to take a loss is kind of like the hardest thing to do
Yeah.
when it comes to trading because like nobody wants to take a loss and nobody thinks it's possible to take a loss because most people who like are influencers like they don't actually lose. Like they do lose, but they don't post their losses.
Yep. Yep.
So it's like you think that they don't lose, and you think that you shouldn't lose too.
I agree.
But like, of course, you're gonna lose, and
Yeah, that's reality.
you're gonna lose.
Yeah, that's reality trading. I do remember. So like he trades Asia. He does not like trading Asia at all because it's obviously slower. It's worse conditions. He has to because he has school and he's not allowed to pretty much be on his computer at all. So he trades from around 8 to 9 around that time range. And so basically, I come home from the gym. He's on the charts. I sometimes sit there with him just to kind of basically staple it into his brain that the whole point. So obviously, your first time taking an eval, it's a little bit scary, and it's definitely hard to take losses right when you're starting to trade. Um, so I've been stapling it into his brain about how the whole point of this eval is not to make money because he's first of all he's 14. He doesn't need money at the moment. We're blessed enough to not really be able to need money right now. But like I'm trying to staple into his brain constantly that the whole point is just to build good habits. So eventually he'll have a good foundation to actually be able to make money and not blow accounts. because I do not want him to blow accounts. I've blown accounts many times. So I'm just trying to avoid all of those habits that I used to have, so that way he doesn't have to blow any more accounts, or he hasn't blown in any accounts, but just not blow any accounts in general. Um, I think, there have been times where he loses in his trading. I've witnessed him, lose a trade in front of me, and like I would say around a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, there was a point where he would lose, and like he would, I don't want to explain too much about how you would feel, but actually, I'll just ask you that question. Like how 2, 3 weeks ago, when you would lose a trade, what would be going through your mind, and like, how would you feel?
Like it would kind of be like I kind of like feel like this doesn't work. Like why am I losing so much?
Yeah.
Like, it's like scary because like I'm committed to this and I don't want to like fail. But like 2, 3 weeks ago, I would just be so upset and like I didn't want to hop back on. Like I was just like I wanted to like close it forever. But like
Yeah.
I knew that like if I just keep going, eventually I'll make it to be this successful.
Yeah, that's valid. So yeah, this guy, I remember it was like around 3 weeks ago, or how long have you been trading? It's been like
2 months.
2 or 3 maybe, because you started in
January.
January. So you started like mid-January. So it's been like 2.5 months that he's been trading for, and I think it was in February. You're on vacation. He just started to really get into backtesting for the first time, and I was backtesting with him one time, and then I remember he lost like 2 trades, and he actually started crying. And I'm not trying to expose him, but he actually started crying because he got very like overwhelmed emotionally. And I know exactly how how he was feeling, because it's kind of something that every trader goes through. Like when you're backtesting, especially when you're just starting, it's like you feel like when you lose, you feel like, okay, well, how is it supposed to work if I can't win even when I'm backtesting? Like, how am I supposed to win in the live markets? So I was trying to just teach him everything that I've learned from it, and it's basically just like backtesting is, first of all, not a good way to represent your statistics, because you're subconsciously going to start taking worse and worse setups after your time goes on, because you just like, if you take a loss, your next setup is probably going to be less quality, because you're really just focused on getting your win rate higher, and you start taking worse trades. So I try to print that into his brain, so he just doesn't care about his backtesting statistics. He just does it to kind of see and gain market experience. But no, how do you get through backtesting now? Because I know you used to be very emotional. Like, what like changes did you make to really get people to backtest?
Well, taking the eval is like a lot more emotional. So like after going through that, it's kind of like it kind of makes it a lot easier to take like a loss on backtesting, because I know I can just. It's not like you have to wait another day to take a trade. You just go to the next day and like focus even more.
Yeah.
And like it's kind of like you get used to backtesting after doing it. Like my first 20 trades or something, I probably had like a 30% win rate. But like that's because I was just like not. Like I wanted to win so badly that I wasn't taking good trades. And like now, when I take a loss, I don't really like care as much.
Mm-hmm.
But like now, I could take more trades with better setups, and like I brought my win rate from like 30% to like 60%.
Yeah, this guy has this one session. So he started this session in February, and this is when he was emotional. Even when he was backtesting, he was so emotional. So he started this backtesting session then, and he's been slowly just backtesting every day, and it went from like a negative risk reward and like a negative win rate to like at this point he has like a 60% win rate and like a maybe 1.2 risk reward or something like that. I don't even know, but it's definitely gotten a lot better, and it's shown. It's definitely he's like, bro, when I first started trading, it took me 2 weeks to understand what a fair value gap is, and he was able to learn it in like 20 minutes or 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So I was very shocked about that. I think that it has to do with because, I was able to kind of explain it pretty well to him. That was an awful voice crack. But I was able to explain it to him. And since we're brothers, I kind of know how he thinks a little bit. So I'm able to explain it to him in a way that he understands it. But he picked up on all the ICT concepts very quickly, and like immediately, like he was very knowledgeable. So that's one thing that's very shocking to me, because we're brothers, and I was slow to get it. He was fast to get it. So interesting to me, but
You don't get along well, also.
yeah. But yeah, I've been mentoring him this whole time. He's starting to actually build good habits with his trading, which I'm very proud of. That's the main thing that I push on him, is just like to only focus on building good habits, because he's only 14, so the money does not matter at all, even though it's easy to think about it. But so I'm just gonna ask you a more specific question, but like, how do you think that me mentoring you has helped you, or do you think it has?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like if I was on my own, it would definitely be like a lot harder to lose, because like I feel like I would just like not have anybody to motivate me to like get back on the charts, or like also it definitely would have taken a lot longer to learn all these like the concepts.
Yeah.
It's like watching TJR's bootcamp, like for me it's kind of like hard. Like I have to like it's kind of hard to understand, because like you can't ask him questions about it.
Yeah.
Like you just have to explain it to you. But like if you have someone who knows already all these concepts, it's like so much better.
Yeah.
Because you can just like if you have a question, you can ask it.
Yeah. That's a big one, asking questions. I also like, I always come into his room, and a lot of the time he's just like scrolling, and I'm always there like nagging at him to just get on the charts and back test. I always am pushing that on him, because the more hours, especially when you're beginning, the more hours you get, the better. So yeah, I'm always trying to motivate him, but he's doing very well. He's only 14, and he's already on his road to success. So I do think he'll probably become profitable within the next. I can't put a time stamp on it, but I do think his journey is going to be a lot smoother, just because I'm there to kind of just like help him through it, because I've already been through a lot of the things that he would go through if he didn't have a mentor. So I'm very, I honestly like it's very fulfilling for me to just even see him progress. It's very fulfilling, because like obviously a lot of it is him, but it's just fulfilling to me because I can kind of see also my work through him. So it's just very fulfilling. But so yeah, no. How do you envision your future, like the next year, maybe 2 years? What do you see for yourself?
I see that definitely like a lot of learning. I don't want to see myself be successful, because I know it's like I would obviously like love to be successful, but I don't want to like put that thought in my head, because like if that's thoughts in my head, like every time I lose a trade, I'm gonna be like I'm like getting farther away from this dream that I have.
Yeah.
Which like obviously it'd be cool to get there, but like I know that I'm not close there yet.
Yep.
I'm not like I'm still learning. I probably won't even pass this eval.
Yep.
But like I know like eventually like I'll be somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not like it's just.
Yep. You're building the foundation right now. But this guy's 2 months and he already has a profitable mindset, which is crazy. I did not have that mindset when I started. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all the questions that I had. If there's anything else you wanted to mention about your journey, then you're free to mention it. But yeah, I think that's pretty much the end, unless you want to ask me.
Yeah, if you're new and they're taking like a trade, be careful to like if you're on Top Step, like don't misclick, because I once misclicked and like went down like $500, and I still haven't gained that back.
Yeah, he once actually entered him with 20. No, he entered him with two normal NQ contracts, and it like immediately like went down a little bit, and it would have won. The trade actually would have won, but it just went down, and it hit his daily loss limit and just took him out for 500. So he actually like if the trade didn't go down that much, he would have like had a crazy.
I didn't even know I was in the trade. Like I went in and like on accident I was just trying to lower, because I saw my contracts were a little bit too high, so I was trying to lower my contracts, but I accidentally pressed I think it was buy, so like then I was pretty pissed. But, like,
yeah. All right. That's pretty much the end of the video. Just wanted to introduce my little brother. I'm very proud of him. Obviously, he's 14 and he's doing great. So just so you guys can kind of see, like it's very, the journey is obviously difficult, but I think just so you guys understand, like having a mentor, it can be really helpful. I think he's experienced that through me. I even had a friend teach me and kind of help me sometimes to understand the concepts, which is also very, very helpful. I don't want to throw any names, but you know who it is.
Oh.
So yeah, it's definitely very helpful. But I'm gonna put my my Discord link in the bio. Hopefully, you guys check it out. You guys can just hit me up if you're interested. But that's not the main point of the video. The main point of the video is to just. I think it's incredible. He started at 13, so I think it's just incredible. I really do see success for him. I think he's gonna be successful before. I think he's gonna be successful before he's in like a junior in high school. I think he's gonna be doing great. So that pretty much sums up the video. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Appreciate it.